Bienvenue une fois encore sur la chaîne Joy Learning. Vous êtes là-bas et je suis ici pour apprendre le français. Je me nomme Patricia Abochi, votre facilitatrice. You are here once again. You are at home. I am here, and together we are going to learn about French language on the Joy Learning channel. I am your facilitator, Patricia Abochi. Aujourd'hui, nous allons faire une rédaction. We are going to do a composition or write a composition. I know you don't like writing composition, but like it or not, during the BEC exams, you are going to write a composition in French. So you have to practice and get used to it so that when you go and meet it in your BEC, you wouldn't have a problem. So my advice to you is like the composition from now, and together we'll learn to be able to overcome whatever challenge we have in that aspect of the language. Now, before we come to today's lesson, let's look at these sentences, or let's look at this little or short passage. The name of my country is Ghana, and it can be found in West Africa. Its capital town is Accra. Yes, I can see someone nodding their head, saying we are going to talk about, what are we going to talk about today? My country. Très bien. So in our lesson today, we are going to write a composition in French about the country we come from. So my country in French is mon pays. Répétez, mon pays. So mon pays means my country. Now we'll use the responses. That is, we have some set of questions that we'll need to answer. So whilst answering, the responses to those questions are what we'll use as our essay, or to write our essay or our composition. So we use the responses to the following questions to write an essay about your country in French. It's not difficult at all. Do not get despaired. By the end, you will be able to write your essay about your country in French. So we have the questions on your screen. Comment s'appelle votre pays? What is the name of your country? Où est-ce qu'on peut trouver votre pays? Where can one find your country? Nommez la capitale de votre pays. Mention the capital of your country. Nommez deux autres grandes villes de votre pays. Mention two other big towns in your country. Quelles sont les saisons de votre pays? What are the seasons in your country? Quels sont les produits agricoles principaux? What are the main agricultural products of your country? Quel est le travail principal des gens de votre pays? What is the major work of the people in your country? Nommez des plats ghanéens. So it's assumed we are all Ghanaians. We are writing that the name or the country we come from is Ghana. So we are to mention 2 Ghanaian dishes. Comment sont les Ghanaiens? So if you come from Ghana, they are asking you, how will you describe the people in Ghana? That is, how will you describe Ghanaians? Then we have, pourquoi est-ce que vous aimez votre pays? Why do you like your country? So these are the questions we are going to answer. And by answering them, we will use the responses to these questions to write our essay. As usual, go for your pens and your notebooks or your exercise books, and then follow as we go through the lesson. Comment s'appelle votre pays? That is the first question. What is the name of your country? And we have enumerated the ways of answering this question. So as you write the responses, where you have the dashes or the spaces, put the name of your country there or whichever information you are required to provide there. So we have, mon pays s'appelle dash. Bear in mind that in French, we use the definite articles, the le, the la, for countries. So if, for example, you say the name of your country is Ghana, don't forget to bring the article, the definite article. So if the country is a masculine singular country, we will use the le. If it is a feminine singular country, we will use the la. Good. So Ghana belongs to the masculine singular country, so we will use le. So if you are going to write Ghana, you will have to bring the le before the Ghana. If not, you will be penalized. So mon pays s'appelle le Ghana. Ou bien, le Ghana est le nom de mon pays. Ghana is the name of my country. Mon pays se nomme le Ghana. My country calls itself Ghana. Or, mon pays est le Ghana. My country is Ghana. So any of these 4 responses can be used to answer comment s'appelle, the question comment s'appelle votre pays. The next question we have, où est-ce qu'on peut trouver votre pays? Where can one find your country? So if it is Ghana, you say il se trouve dans l'Afrique de l'Ouest. So it can be found in the western part of Africa, or can be found in West Africa. We can also say on peut trouver mon pays dans l'Afrique de l'Ouest. That is, one can find my country in the western part of Africa, or at West Africa, or in West Africa. We can also answer by saying on peut le trouver dans l'Afrique de l'Ouest. So one can find it. The le there is referring to the mon pays. So one can find it in West Africa. Next we have nommer la capitale de votre pays. Mention or name the capital of your country. So you can answer by saying la capitale de mon pays est. I wouldn't mention the capital of Ghana to you because you should know. So I wouldn't mention that. So put the capital of Ghana in that space there. We can also say dash est la capitale de mon pays. That is, dash is the capital of my country. You can also use la capitale de mon pays se nomme. That is, the capital of my country is called. Then you put the name of the capital there. Next we have Nommez des autres grandes villes de votre pays. Nommez deux autres grandes villes de votre pays. So mention or name two other big towns. That is apart from the capital town. Mention any other two big towns in your country. So you can say, deux autres grandes villes de mon pays sont dash e dash. So in Ghana, apart from the capital, which other big towns can you mention? Put the names of those big towns in there. I wouldn't put them there for you. I want you, my lovely kids out there, to put them there because I know you can put the other two big towns, the names of those other two big towns in there. You can also answer by saying dash et dash sont les deux autres grandes villes de mon pays. That is, dash and dash are the two other big towns in my country. Another way you can answer this same question is les deux autres grandes villes de mon pays sont dash et dash. That is, the two other big towns of my country are dash and dash. So where I said the dashes are, put the names of two other big towns we have in Ghana. Next we have, quelles sont les saisons de votre pays? That is, the seasons in the country. What are they? So in Ghana we have how many seasons? 2. Very good. And they are the dry season and the rainy season or the wet season. Très bien. So for the dry season in French, we say la saison sèche. Répétez, la saison sèche. And the rainy or the wet season, we say la saison des pluies. Répétez, la saison des pluies. So these are the two major seasons we have in Ghana. So we can answer this question by saying, les saisons de mon pays sont la saison sèche et la saison des pluies. So the seasons of my country are the dry and the rainy seasons. We can also say, la saison sèche et la saison des pluies sont les deux saisons de mon pays. That is, the dry season and the rainy season are the two seasons of my country. Next question we have, quels sont les produits agricoles principaux? That is, in your country, what are the major food crops that your country produce? And I believe you know them. Yes. Someone is mentioning cocoa, good. Yam, good. Cassava, yes, they are all food crops that the country produces. So we can answer by saying, les produits agricoles de mon pays sont. Then you make a list of those food crops. I am not going to write them for you. I expect you to look for them from your dictionaries, the French dictionaries, or go to the internet and Google the names of the food crops that Ghana produces. So you have the cocoa, you have the maize, you have the cassava, you have the plantain. Go and look for them. As I always say, when you look for them yourselves, the words become part of you and no one can take them from you. We can also answer by saying, dash or make the list of the food crops sont les produits agricoles de mon pays. Next we have, quel est le travail principal des gens de votre pays? What is the major occupation of the people in your country? So we have le travail principal des gens de mon pays est l'agriculture. That is, the major work of the people in my country is farming. So you can also answer by saying, l'agriculture est le travail principal des gens de mon pays. That is, agriculture or farming is the major occupation of the people of my country. Another way you can answer this is, les gens de mon pays font l'agriculture comme leur travail principal. That is, the people of my country do farming as their major occupation. So any of these three can answer that question. Next we have nommer des plats ghanéens. Nommer des plats ghanéens. That is, mention or name 2 Ghanaian dishes. So you can answer by saying, des plats ghanéens sont, and I believe you have learned some dishes that we have in French. We have the le banku. Le banku, banku cannot be translated or cannot be found in the dictionary. So you are permitted to use it, but don't forget to bring the definite article. So le banku avec maybe la soupe ou bien la sauce if it is okro de gombo. So le banku avec la soupe de gombo ou bien le riz au gras. We can also have le tozafi. All those staple foods we have that cannot be found in the dictionary, you are permitted to mention them or state them, but don't forget to bring the definite article. You can also say dash, that is by mentioning the names of the food first before you bring the son de plats Ghanaian. So dash and dash are 2 Ghanaian dishes. Next, we have comment sont les Ghanaiens? How are the Ghanaians? That is, how is the character of the people in Ghana? So you have to use an adjective. So we will say, les Ghanaiens sont either aimables, which is they are what? Nice. Gentil, which is kind. Travailleur, which is hardworking. Is that not what the adjectives you can use to describe Ghanaians? Yes, Ghanaians are what? They are nice, they are loving. They are also what? Kind. And they are what? Hardworking. So these are some of the adjectives you can use to describe the people of the country Ghana. You can also say, ils sont aimables. That is, you will use the personal pronoun, il, the third person's plural, to replace les Ghanaiens. That is, ils. Ils sont aimables. They are nice or loving. Ils sont gentils. They are kind. Ils sont travailleurs. They are hard working. Next we have, pourquoi est-ce que vous aimez votre pays? Why do you like your country? I'm sure you all love or like your country, Ghana. Yes, I do. If the people are kind, they are loving, and they are hardworking, why wouldn't I like such people? So definitely you like your country. So they are asking, why do you like your country? So you can answer by saying, j'aime mon pays parce qu'il y a la paix dans mon pays. So I like my country because there is what? Peace in the country. Is that not what we are enjoying? Yes, we are enjoying so much peace, and we have to protect the peace we are enjoying. So we like our country Ghana because there is so much peace. We can also answer by saying, j'aime mon pays car les gens sont aimables et travailleurs. That is, I like my country because the people are loving and hard-working. Apart from these adjectives, you can use any adjective that you know can best describe or talk about the people of Ghana. So these are the answers or the responses to the questions. Now, the responses you have written in isolation, we are going to put them together in an essay or a composition form. So where you have more than one response, you are to choose one response. So just pick one response each from the responses given to write the essay. So whilst you pick your responses, this is how your essay should look like. So you see on your screen, you have the essay, a composition. So whilst picking the responses, put them together in this form, and that will give you your essay or your composition. So, mon pays. Le Ghana est le nom de mon pays. Ghana is the name of my country. On peut trouver mon pays dans l'Afrique de l'Ouest. One can find my country in West Africa. Et son capital est Accra, and its capital is Accra. Takoradi et Kumasi sont deux grandes villes de mon pays. Takoradi and Kumasi are two big towns of my country. Dans mon pays, les saisons sont deux. In my country, the seasons are two. Et elles sont and they are la saison sèche et la saison de pluie. The dry season and the rainy or the wet season. Le cacao, l'igname, les tomates et le manioc sont les produits agricoles principaux de mon pays. So cocoa, yam, tomatoes, cassava are some of the agriculture or main agricultural products of my country. Le travail principal des gens de mon pays est l'agriculture. The principal or the major occupation of the people of my country is farming. Nous avons plusieurs plats dans mon pays. We have so many dishes, different dishes in my country. Mais les deux principaux sont, but the two main or major ones are le banku avec la soupe de gombo, that is banku with okra soup, et le fufu avec la soupe de palm, fufu with palm nut soup. Les Ghanaiens sont aimables et travailleurs. The Ghanaians are loving and hardworking. J'aime mon pays parce qu'il y a la paix dans mon pays. I like my country because there is so much peace in my country. This is someone's essay or composition about his or her country. So write yours with the responses we have given to the questions and let it look like this. So you have some time to put your responses together in this form. Now, for the sake of those who may have missed one or two of the responses, I will go over the questions and the responses once again for you to fill in where you may have left. So the first one we have, comment s'appelle votre pays? And the responses we had were, mon pays s'appelle dash est le nom de mon pays. Mon pays se nomme dash. Mon pays est dash. Où est-ce qu'on peut trouver votre pays? Il se trouve dans l'Afrique de l'Ouest. On peut trouver mon pays dans l'Afrique de l'Ouest. On peut le trouver dans l'Afrique de l'Ouest. So any of these can be used to answer this question. Next, we have nommer la capitale de votre pays. So we have la capitale de mon pays est, or dash est la capitale de mon pays, or la capitale de mon pays se nomme dash. So any of these, choose your response and use as your response to this question. Next, we have nommer deux autres grandes villes de votre pays. And the following were the responses. We have deux autres grandes villes de mon pays sont dash et dash. Or, dash et dash sont les deux autres grandes villes de mon pays. You can also answer by saying, les deux autres grandes villes de mon pays sont dash et dash. So pick one of these responses. Quelles sont les saisons de votre pays? So we had the following as our responses. Les saisons de mon pays sont la saison sèche et la saison des pluies. Or, la saison sèche et la saison des pluies sont les deux saisons de mon pays. So choose one of these responses. Next, we have quels sont les produits agricoles principaux? And the following were the responses. Les produits agricoles de mon pays sont, then you mention the list of the food crops. Or you can start listing or mentioning the food crops or food items, and then you add, so dash, 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 et dash sont des produits agricoles de mon pays. Quel est le travail principal des gens de votre pays? And the following were the responses. Le travail principal des gens de mon pays est l'agriculture. Ou bien, l'agriculture est le travail principal des gens de mon pays. Ou les gens de mon pays font l'agriculture comme leur travail principal. Choose one of these responses. Nommer des plats ghanéens. So these were the responses. Des plats ghanéens sont dash et dash. Or dash et dash sont des plats ghanéens. comment sont les Ghanéens? You can answer by saying, les Ghanéens sont aimables, ou bien, les Ghanéens sont gentils, ou bien, les Ghanéens sont travailleurs. You can also use the three. So this is how you put it. Les Ghanéens sont aimables, virgule, gentils et travailleurs. So where you use the three to describe the people of Ghana. You can also say, ils sont aimables, virgule, gentils et travailleurs. Pourquoi est-ce que vous aimez votre pays? Pourquoi est-ce que vous aimez votre pays? And the responses we had, j'aime mon pays parce qu'il y a la paix dans mon pays. Or, j'aime mon pays car les gens sont aimables et travailleurs. So any of these can be used as response to this question. So, I hope your essay is taking the form that it should take. The answers or the responses should not be in isolation. Remember, this is a composition, not a comprehension. But those questions were just to guide us know what to mention about our country. So the responses, we are to put them in this form. So you should be having something like this. And remember, in your exams, you are supposed to write not less than 60 words. Not less than 60 words. That is why I encourage you to always go and look for the words yourself so that they become part of you and you keep in your pocket so that during exams you can use them in your essay. So I will continue to encourage you to look for the words from the dictionaries, the meanings of the words, or any word you come, challenging word you come across. Don't ask your teacher, say, what is the meaning of this? Madam, what is the meaning of this? Look for the word yourself and it will be yours forever. If you don't have a dictionary, Google is always there. Google the meanings from the internet and write in your notebooks and the word becomes part of you. Okay. So if your essay has taken this form and you have written the responses like this, thumbs up and applaud, you say. But for those who may be still struggling with putting them together, try and look on your screen, on the screen, and then fill in where you have missed out. So fill in the responses where you may have missed out some questions and the responses. Okay, now a little exercise as usual. You know I wouldn't go away without us doing an exercise. So we are going to test our knowledge on this. So we have our passage on the screen and you have some words which we used in the passage. Now you are to choose the correct word from the two options given. So you look on the screen and then where you have the red, the color red, is where you have the options to choose from. So after choosing, the space should be there for you to put the answer in. So le Ghana est le nom de mon ou bien ma pays. On peut trouver mon pays dans l'Afrique de l'Ouest et son capital est ou bien est Accra. Takoradi et Kumasi sont deux grandes villes de mon pays. Dans mon pays, les saisons sont deux et elles sont la saison sèche et la saison des pluies. Le cacao est l'apostrophe ou bien le igname, les tomates et le ou bien la manioc sont des produits agricoles principaux de mon pays. Le travail principal des gens de mon pays est l'agriculture. Nous avons plusieurs plats dans mon pays, mais ou bien maïs, lait ou bien le deux principaux sont le bankou avec la soupe de gombo et le foufou avec la soupe de palme. Les ou bien le Ghanaiens sont aimables et travailleurs. J'aime mon pays parce qu'il y a la ou bien le paix dans mon pays. So choose the correct answer from the options given. Okay, so the answers are on your screen in the spaces. So le Ghana est le nom de mon pays. We will use mon pays because pays is a masculine singular noun. So it has to agree with the masculine singular form of the possessive adjective. So we'll use mon. On peut trouver mon pays dans l'Afrique de l'Ouest. Et son capital est Accra. We will use est because the son capital is a third person singular noun which should go with the third person singular form of the verb être, which is est. Takoradi et Kumasi sont deux grandes villes de mon pays. Dans mon pays, les saisons sont deux. Et elles sont la saison sèche et la saison des pluies. Le cacao, l'igname, we will use the L apostrophe because igname is a noun, singular noun beginning with a vowel. So we will use the L apostrophe. So we have l'igname, les tomates, et le manioc. We will use le because manioc is a masculine singular noun. So we have to use the masculine singular form of the definite article, which is le. So les manioc sont des produits agricoles principaux de mon pays. Le travail principal des gens de mon pays est l'agriculture. Nous avons, we will use the avons because the first person plural personal pronoun always goes with the avons, which is the first person plural form of the verb avoir. So, nous avons plusieurs plats dans mon pays. Mais, you saw the second mais with the two dots. With the two dots, that is maïs. That is the name for maize in French. So don't get confused. The one dot is the bat, M-A-I-S. The M-A-I-S with the two dots on the I is referring to maize. So we'll use the conjunction bat. Then we'll use les deux. Les because we are talking of more than one agricultural product. So les deux principaux sont le bankou avec la soupe de gombo et le foufou avec la soupe de pomme. Les Ghanaiens sont aimables et travailleurs. J'aime. We use the first person singular because J apostrophe or J is a first person singular personal pronoun. So it has to agree with the first person singular form of the verb aimer, which is M. Mon pays. Parce qu'il y a la. We use la because pair is a feminine singular noun. So it has to go with the feminine singular form of the definite article, which is la. La paix dans mon pays. So, at the end of it, your essay should still take this form. Now, what have we learned in today's lesson? We have been able to write an essay in which we described or talked about our country. So henceforth, when you are given an essay to write about your country, I believe you should or you would be able to do it. Yes. So try and then look for more of such places. So it can be, now we have talked about my school, my country. You can extend it to my school. But this time, the questions there, where you have mon pays, put ma classe or mon école. That is wherever you want to describe over there. So that with the same form of answering, you can use to answer and you will be good to go. J'espère que vous avez apprécié cette leçon. Rejoignez-moi à la prochaine. Jusqu'à là, c'est au revoir et merci.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Joy Learning TV.